Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Destiny, and on today's adventure we are going back to my hometown of Cusco, Peru. I grew up here and left when I was 18 and have only been back once since. On our first day, headed to my favorite place to surprise one of my best friends. I haven't seen her in 10 years, so it was a very happy reunion. We then stayed for trout at her trout farm, and we had chido. It was very rainy for the first several days that we were in Peru, so you can see that it is very green and lush, but also very rainy. We stayed with some friends and we got to get some drone footage from their house, and it was really cool just to see how much the city has grown and changed over the past decade. Even with the rainy weather, we decided to go in and explore the downtown area. So this is the Plaza de Armas. I have so many memories here. It was so much fun to be there with my husband. And since I left home, they built this mall. So this was actually the first time I've ever seen a mall in Cusco. It was just crazy to see how big and fancy and intricate this mall was. I was just blown away. And then we stopped by the home that I grew up in. My parents built this house before I was born, and we actually moved in when I was 6 months old. So all of my baby memories are there, and then also my teenage memories are there. It is so crazy to just see how much it's changed, but also how much the neighborhood has changed around it. The city just kind of grew up all around it. It's crazy. We then went up to Cristo Blanco, which is a white statue of Jesus overlooking the city. It has the most beautiful views of the city. It's within walking distance of downtown, and it's right next to Sacsayhuaman, which is a Incan ruin. We weren't able to go into Sacsayhuaman because you have to have the tourist ticket, which is 70 soles, and we were on a very tight budget this trip, so we weren't able to do too many of the touristy things. But thankfully, we were able to get some really cool video footage and see the city from a different vantage point. I highly recommend that people check out Sacsayhuaman. As a kid, they did not control how many people were going into Sacsayhuaman, so I would actually go up after school occasionally and play in the ruins. I have so many fond memories going down the rock slide and climbing all over the terraces and pretending to be the news carriers running all over. And I hope that the next time we get to go, I'll be able to show my husband a little bit more from ground level. One of the biggest things about this ruins is just how big each rock is and how tightly put together they are. We then walked down from Sacsayhuaman down to the Plaza de Armas. So this is a very long and narrow walk, but it is also very cool just to see the older part of the city. We also stopped by an old friend's coffee shop, which had a very, very good coffee, and it was really cool to see the big mural on the wall. We swung by and saw the stone with 12 angles, and this is a very famous stone in this wall. We got to go and have pollo a la brasa, which is one of my favorite dishes. I was very happy about that.
Hey, so we are at Coricancha. You can kind of see it a little bit behind me. We are exploring. I used to actually give tours here when I was in college, when I was about 18. And so I made sure to bring my husband here because it has always been a little bit of a special place for me.
Coricancha is a Catholic cathedral that was built on top of the main Incan temple in the center of Cusco.
Mira cómo están entrelazadas las piedras.
While we were in Cusco, we actually took public transportation everywhere, and it was so fun to be able to take public transportation, and it was really cool to see how I could remember where different bus lines went. One of the biggest things that I wanted to do with my husband is have my very favorite dish, which is guinea pig in the oven. It is so good. It is served with noodles and rocoto relleno, which is a stuffed pepper, some potatoes, and as you can see, she cut them up for us so that it was easier to eat. It was so good. I missed it so much. Tipon is known for their guinea pig. While we were in Tipon, we were going to go to the ruins above Tipon, but then we ended up running out of time. So we got a little bit of drone footage of the old town of Tipon that's right underneath the ruins. You can kind of see the zigzag of the road going up to the ruins. But then we also can see down the valley a little bit and over to the new Tipon, which is right on the main highway. I then got to spend a day with my boys. I grew up taking care of 2 little boys that are now teenagers, 16 and 19. So my husband and I got to hang out with them, and we got pizza, played volleyball, and just had some really good times. I have not seen them in 10 years, so as you can imagine, they have grown up quite a bit since I last saw them. We also got emoliente, these hot teas. There's little carts all over the city, and they are so good. They're very healthy, and we loved it. On our last full day in Cusco, we went out to Lucre, where the church is that I grew up in. This is one of my happy places. It is one of my favorite places in the world. It just looks so incredibly cool from the sky. I got to greet everybody in the church, and that was really special to me. The last time that I came, I actually led a missions team. It was really crazy to see how much things have changed and how much things have stayed the same. And that is a wrap on our week in Cusco. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and remember, choose joy.